Yes, sir.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Whole time, I gotta say this. I won't even gonna talk about it, but I feel like I need to talk about it real quick. It's a little selfish, but damn it, we here now. Y'all peep my Los Angeles Sparks jersey, NECA Guma K. You feel me? And I got my Diana Taurasi one too. I just got it. And then I got my Brittany Griner one on the way with the Natasha Howard jump coming in. And I'm happy that this one came in because my Sparks is playing the Mystics. That's right. Me and my boy Jabari gonna be out there watching the game. You know what I mean? Something slight near courtside. You might see us on the screen. So but I just had to throw that out there, that little plug in there before we talk about some NBA. But now that we got the WNBA situated, we won't talk about that no more. Fellas, how's everybody doing? And I got to start it off with Jabari and Nick since y'all have come onto the show for the first time. I greatly do appreciate that, fellas. And then Emitab, you've been on the show a couple of times, so we've seen you before. Welcome again. But Jabari, how's everything going with you?
Oh man, everything's good, man. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm really excited to be here and chop it up with y'all boys.
Now, I appreciate you joining, brother. I appreciate you joining. Nick, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to say, listen, Nick can get a little bucket himself on the court. I've actually seen him. All right, he not bad. Okay, got a couple little nicknames out there on the court. When you got a nickname, that means you actually mean something on the court. I'm just letting you know that. So I'm out here saying he can boogie a little bit. But I'm still rooting for my boy Chris. We got to beat y'all at some point in time, Nick, man. But how's everything else going with you?
I'm doing great. First of all, to any listeners out there, get you somebody who's gonna compliment you like Trey just did, because he gives the greatest comment, even though it's a downright lie. And I am listen, there's bad, and then there's like, I didn't know you existed bad. I am that level. I appreciate you, Trey, giving me the positive pat, but
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. I'm so pissed off because I've recorded 3 of your games, Nick. And so I've watched 3 times you play. And every time you were consistent. Like, are you like a superstar studded scorer? No. But are you a consistent player who is honestly y'all second best player? Yeah. I felt comfortable saying that on your team. So again, and I'm so pissed that I do not have the footage to back it up. But there was 3 instances. Blame it on the Wi-Fi. I promise y'all, because I had it all recorded. But not, it's not cap. It's not cap because it was at 24-hour too, where you was getting a little boogie woogie out there. So I got to tip my cap to you.
I
Tap.
appreciate that.
Hey,
I ain't seen you hoop, man. I ain't seen you hooping. You've been ducking.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. We got to get out there,
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. It's recorded. I'm letting you know that it's recorded.
yeah, I gotta come out there and show y'all boys a little something myself, man.
I was trying to spare you since you was a first timer, Jabari. You don't want them problems. I see you got on Pitt. Listen, don't make me sit up here and bring out my Blue Devils. You know how we do on Get a Bucket. That's right. We got them championships.
Didn't we beat y'all last time though? This year?
I'm bringing up old shit for what you bringing up
This
old
year?
Shit?
This year?
What you bringing old? It's a new season. It's a new season. We got a whole
ring old though?
coming in.
Wait. But isn't the ring old?
Why you bringing up old stuff for, bro? I ain't got my Duke stuff on right now. This is the thing I had.
All right, man. You know it's H2P till we die out here, man.
I see it's gonna be I see it could get a little spicy on the episode today. So we just go ahead and get right on into it. Normally I do try to get a little Gab trivia, but I think we just go ahead and get right on into the episode because it sounds like it's gonna be a good one. We got some good chemistry going on, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to talk about here the Atlantic Division, and we actually gonna talk about all 5 teams, not in depth though. You got one question per team. So with that being said, Jabari, we're gonna start it off with you. Jason Tatum, right? Like he made a comment saying when he gets a haircut meaning, he top 5, like top 5. And then he humbly says, I'm one of the best players in the world. And then he also told Joel Embiid, like technically 2 seasons ago, but we'll classify for last season, he better get the MVP because he gonna get it the following season. And Joel Embiid did get MVP. So is it JT's time? Do you believe in Jason Tatum as the MVP? Because I have a Boston Celtics fan that is he's on that bandwagon.
Well, my only issue with Jason Tatum talks a really good game, and he shows really good spurts early on. And if he could hit his stride and be consistent, kind of in that middle season to postseason, I would agree. But time and time again, I've seen Jason Tatum, kind of hit the roller coaster in his season where he'll have a good game and he might go off for like 30 plus, and then he doesn't show up.
Okay.
So I still haven't seen him put together consistent games of him always being that guy, always showing up, and especially in playoff rounds.
Mhm.
You want to be that guy on your team, you got to be that guy. He likes to quote Kobe a lot. And granted, Kobe had his runs of, you know, but
Hey.
hey, I'm just answering the question, man. But what is Kobe known for? Kobe known for being that monster, and I still haven't seen Jason Tatum be that monster.
Okay. I mean, like a 50 ball in like a game 7 ain't bad. But I do hear you though. I from a Celtics standpoint, I do view JB more as a leader, more as that alpha male, alpha dog, if you will. So I can kind of understand that. JT is no slouch though. But I get you as well. Nick, Imhotep, do y'all agree or disagree with what Jabari said? Do y'all have JT as your MVP for next season? That sounds like he got a little trepidation. He didn't quite say no definitively, but I don't think he's gonna put his hard-earned money on FanDuel. So I mean, do y'all disagree or y'all agree? Because if y'all agree, we can speed on to the next question. But it sounds like if not, you got something to talk about.
No. I always feel like he's ready to make that step, but it's always a question of whether or not he's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the talent's there. It's just like he said, beginning of the season, he's killing it. He's top 3 MVP votes. As the season wanes on, he kind of just disappears a little bit, shows up every now and again. So
Okay.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to
Okay.
see it.
Nick.
Yeah, the problem with Jason Tatum as an MVP guy is that there are 3 guys who seem to be like the top 3 MVP voter getters for the past like 5 seasons, seemingly. Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. And he's always been that 4th guy, capable of being a top 5 player, maybe the best small forward in the league, depending on how you feel about other people's positions. But I don't think he's ever going to be an MVP guy just because somebody else is always going to be taken. Similar with Chris Paul in his prime, for example. Like always a top 5 guy, but always somebody right there, always taking that spot.
I mean, look, I hear it, right? I mean, look, the boy come from good stock. You know what I'm saying? Like, he come from good stock. He ain't bring me one, but he come from good stock. So I got to assume he going to be in the running. Plus, he's still about 25. So to say never is a little bit aggressive. But I also understand that too, though, because, there's a lot of players coming in the world. The Thompson twins look nice. Wemby look cool. I think we're going to have to talk about Paolo at some point in time. And these are the younger players. I ain't even mentioned Anthony Edwards yet. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka, like, you know what I'm saying? So I hear you on that part too. I do hear y'all on that. It's tough for Celtics fans, really. And really it's kind of tough for Lakers fans. I was actually trying to get Jaylen Brown off the Celtics personally, but that's another discussion for another day. But JB, if you are watching, LA is a nice place. Feel free to come on home. Anyways, 76ers, Nick, what's the chances that Tyrese Maxey, can get an all-star berth? Because the reason why I'm asking this question, right? We might not have James Harden. We might not. So, I mean, if you get rid of James Harden, what's the chance he might be able to explode and become an all-star this season?
I think for the 76ers, you're right. Depending on how that James Harden situation goes down, you have to get an all-star appearance out of Maxey. The 76ers need that. He last year, I think, if I just pull up my stats here, he averaged 20 points a game. He had some pretty good efficiency, even from 3. Coming out of college, I didn't think he was going to be this good of a shooter this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
For a 4th-year player, we can really look at the past 3 years and look at how a player, sort of what direction a player is going in. And a player who's consistently improved from year 1 to 2 to 3 usually takes a pretty decent step continuing on until it's about his 5th season, and then we have to judge it again. So I think Maxey can very easily average somewhere in the 25 point per game range if James Harden isn't there. And if he becomes a decent enough playmaker, which the 76ers are going to badly need without Harden, I can see an all-star appearance in his future, in his very near future. I think the 76ers badly need that, and I would give it about a 60% chance, yes.
Okay. So I mean, just to clarify, if you had to put your hard-earned money on FanDuel, and Tyrese Maxey gonna make all-star, you gonna do it
I would say yes.
this season?
Yes.
Tyrese, you got a fan. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Jabari, Imhotep, do y'all differ? Y'all gonna save y'all hard-earned money, or y'all feel like Tyrese can make that step contingent upon James Harden leaving Philly, which I'm still trying to figure out how that happens. But again, that's another discussion for another day. We talking about Tyrese.
No, I'm saving my money.
Okay.
I really feel like the East has lost a few top tier guards, like Kyrie went west. But still, like Halliburton's still there. You got both those guys in Atlanta. I just feel like it's tough to make it as a guard. So unless Philly's like at the top of the standings and they're looking for a second person from Philly to put on there, I don't see how he does it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay. So we got team he ain't gonna make it, and then we got team he got a good shot. It is a little tough right now. I'm like, maybe this season could be a little bit too early. I might be a little hesitant to put down money that he makes it, but it's so tough because I also want to know what we get back from James Harden and that trade too. Because we've seen Tyrese Maxey as more of a scorer, and I want to see him as a playmaker as well. Like when he didn't have James Harden, he was snapping a little bit. So I could see him making that All-Star like team. Plus, it's fan voting, right? Like remember not too long ago, Andrew Wiggins might have earned it, but he was a starter too, though, and there was a little controversy there. So I could see him being an All-Star. I don't know if I'm with Nick though on putting my hard-earned money. No disrespect, Tyrese. That's why I said you got a fan. I didn't pluralize it though. It's okay. It's okay. No, don't go at me. But Tap, I gotta ask you about this because I feel like you're a Wizards fan, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you know about teams regressing. So the Knicks, are they gonna regress this season?
That's frightful.
Caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, man, don't do that to us, man.
So
I got two Wizards fans. Let's go.
Facts. But I really don't think they take a step back this year. They lost what? Obi?
They lost Obi, yeah.
Yeah, they're still solid, man. I feel like Josh Hart was crucial. Like he's the type of guy who's gonna win you a bunch of games that you shouldn't win in the regular season. Brunson's also that type of guy. Like they just come out and compete hard. I don't know what their ceiling is. I don't know how much further they get in the playoffs.
Right.
But I don't think they fall off. They'll still be in that 4th, 5th seed range.
Okay. Jabbar, actually, hold on, because we got to bring in a new guest. He did come on late, and I'm like, he came in, but like he was walking outside. I wanted to make sure he was able to sit down, relax. Everybody, welcome, Chris. Chris, what's good with you, my boy?
What's good, people? What's good? Is
that a Bethel jersey? That nigga said late. Hey, y'all know who that is, Allen Iverson. I likes that. Okay. Hey, you see my NECA though?
That's tough.
You know what I mean? I got the DT in the back too. I said I wasn't gonna bring it up again, but he was new though, so I got to extend it to him. But
Bethel had a good track team back in the day too. Just a little.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, y'all was getting it.
I know. I had a few 4x4 run-ins with them boys, and they was the truth.
Yeah, they was.
Hey, listen. Hey, we like that in the 7-5. Trey, no, we like that.
Y'all was all right. Y'all produced some good ones. Y'all.
That's crazy. Hey, shout out to my cousin Kia because she went there, did her thing.
What's good,
shout out
Jabbar?
to Fran, what I mean? Coach Daddy, I ain't really, you came over to the crib once or twice, but shout out to you too. You did your thing out there. 7-5 natives, though. It's always good to talk about some stuff. But nah, Chris, we talking about the Knicks. Do you believe that they're going to regress after this past season? Jalen Brunson did his thing. Julius Randle, maybe he was a little shaky, but I still believe in him. We drafted him 7th, so I got love for him. Do you feel like they're going to regress? Imhotep said he doesn't think they're going to regress. He thinks they're going to stay in that 4 or 5 range.
I agree with Tip. They could stay in that at 4 to 5 range. The only way that they could go up to the 3 seed, you had to beat teams that you can literally dog out. So I could say 4 to 5 range is low-key where that maximum is going to be at.
Okay, I got you. Nick, Jabari, did y'all have anything different than what these two said?
I don't think
No, I agree. I think they'll remain about the same. I mean, looking at RJ Barrett, he's been kind of consistent, pretty.
Ooh, brother, my FanDuel account says different. Like that man sold so much. What? Like
I think he's kind of evened out a little bit. Just he showed some spurts and then went down, and I think he has a lot of good potential that he just hasn't. That's kind of where I'm getting at. That he has potential to kind of get his stride in our team.
I'll give you that, because he do come from good stock. Although he did not get me my ring. And I like fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, I did actually cry when we lost. Like I just lost a playoff game too in life. And then I see that lose. Oh my God, that's tough. So I will agree with you. He has good talent. I would like to see a little bit more efficiency, but all right, that's cool. And Nick, do you disagree with anybody else? Because it sounds like everybody's saying they're gonna be the same.
I would actually say they're going to decrease in seed. I don't think they're going to be a worse team so far as other teams are going to be better next year. You've got the Hawks who are going to only get a little bit better with, John Collins leaving. They're going to have to figure out Okongwu and Clint Capella and how they're going to play those two. But Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are going to have more time together. I think they're going to be a little bit better. The Pacers weren't even in the play-in, but I think they're going to be a really nice team. Halliburton's really good. You got the Raptors who are below them, and the Heat were below them in the standings at the end of the year last year. So I think, honestly, depending on how certain, obviously, offseason moves that still have to be done will go, I think probably the Knicks will drop down a couple seeds. It's not because they're going to be a worse team, just because teams get better around them.
Okay. Well, the way I hear that, because I'm glad you said that other teams are progressing. I was gonna say it sounds like they're not progressing then to y'all. So to me, I feel like if we're not progressing, I feel like we're getting worse. But that's just me though. Like I'm just trying to, long story short, say the Knicks is gonna regress. That's really why I was trying to get my point across. No one really wanted to play with me on that question. It's cool. It's fine. Maybe somebody else will rock with me on this one. And Chris, I'm glad you actually joined when you did, because he actually, fun fact, texted me about this question in particular.
Okay, shoot.
Yeah. How much do you care about Ben Simmons on the Nets? And hear me out before you give your answer. I'm just saying, I've said they're the dark horse of the East, and I heard Mikal Bridges on Paul George's podcast, and it sounded like he cool with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons been working now. He been in the group chat texting, engaging with everybody. Sound like team chemistry might be all right. So I mean, how much do you really care about Ben Simmons after I said all that, knowing what he brought to the table, good and bad?
You went from one of the biggest sports and media markets in Philly to the biggest media market, which is in NYC. Dog, this is your last chance. This is your last chance of literally showing us what you can do. Okay? I understand you don't have a shot. I get that. I know you can pass. I know you can defend, all of that. Cool. But, bruh, you was literally trending towards being a bust. So if your play does not expectate or literally take a gigantic leap, bro, you might be out of the league.
Out of the league is aggressive, Chris. Out of the league is a little aggressive.
No,
this brother still gave you 7.7 rebounds, 7 assists, and like 1 steal and like almost a block. I think like that ain't bad for someone who ain't really played in a minute too, and got a possible bad back issue. Like out of the league sounds aggressive. I don't know, but like y'all know where I stand on the matter. Y'all know where Chris stand on the matter. So I mean, Jabari, how you feeling? Who are you leaning more with? You leaning more with Chris or myself on this matter?
Trey, I think I lean more to. It's kind of, I'm like a middle, but I'm leaning towards
in
you.
the middle.
Because Ben, we've seen those spurts of the player he can be, so we all know what he can do.
Exactly.
Defensively, he's there. He can get you rebounds. He can get you some buckets in the post game. He's pretty decent. Aside from that, being scared of Trey, but
hey yo,
I'm gonna take it there. But you know, I was really hoping that a new situation he would really learn to blossom, and coming into the Nets, and that being around some new people would really work well for him, and we would get to see a little bit of old Ben. And you always see little snippets here and there of him working on his shot. We'll see if that ever shows up in a game. I would love for that to show up in a game because he could really be a really if he gets that shot down, he could be a great all around player in the league.
Yeah, bro. As I said, this man is a jump shot away from being the best player in the game. Barring he's
Really,
got that
really,
drive and heart too. But yeah, he's a problem. He's
really.
a problem. Tep, I feel like you kind of like scrunched your eyebrows, like what I
Yeah.
just said sounded
Like really,
flabbergasted to you.
I need him to stop working on his jump shot. Just give up on that. Like, just get in shape. He was one of the best defenders, if not the best defender in the league.
Hold on,
for
brother.
like
But
2
defense
solid
is about,
years.
defense
You
is
want to be
about
Rodman.
effort, though. The game has always been about putting the basketball in the hoop. So I
Yeah, I
mean,
hear
you're
you.
saying
I hear you.
he got to stop practicing his shot. I mean,
If you're not paying him
had-
star money, if you're not paying him 35% of your cap, you're just paying him like 20, 15% of that. He can just come out, play D, shut the other team down, pass the ball around a little bit. Like, if he's not like your go-to guy, it doesn't matter if he's not shooting. He does so much on the court.
I want him to shoot at least a mid-range, keep us honest. Like because just attacking all the time is going from a longevity standpoint. But I hear you too, because I mean it's not like Giannis is the best jump shooter either, and they have similar games.
I feel like
I get
that guy to model your game after.
Or makes him that gives you a dangerous weapon. That gives you another weapon in games that matters. So when you're in those crunch times where okay, we might be down by 5, we might be down by 3, and we need that. You're not expecting the shot to come from Ben Simmons. He might get you a steal and get the recovery off the. You never know. So I think keeping that. He doesn't have. He doesn't have to be Steph Curry. He doesn't have to be the splash.
I'm not saying that.
He don't have to do that. But keeping a shot in his bag just a little bit.
Not if we just get back Ben Simmons, who couldn't shoot, but could dunk, could get to the rim. Like, just get that back. That guy was really good.
Yeah, but I've been told Buddy can shoot though. Like in the off season when he playing with other players, NBA caliber. You know what I'm saying? Like he got that midi, he got the fadeaway. It sounded like he got a little all around game. It's just when the lights is on and the TV is on, his jump shot not. So I don't get what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. I ain't trying to bash Ben too much though, but it does sound like we gonna care a little bit. Nick, I don't want you to get too detailed on it. Are you gonna care about Ben Simmons next season? I got another question just for you, buddy.
No.
Damn. All right. I just want to say, he is really on the opposite of everybody else on these last couple of questions, bro. So, all right, I see how this is going. I see how this is shaking. So then, Nick, help me out with this one. I like this guy personally, Scotty Barnes. I think he can go to this next level. Is he gonna be a decoy candidate for you, like a serious decoy candidate for you? It might be a little too early, but I mean, he can make that transition. It's not like them Raptors is a slouch of a team, even though they didn't really make playoffs. But that's another discussion for another day. Scotty Barnes decoy next year.
I think we need to figure out if Scotty Barnes is an all-around good defender rather than. I mean, obviously, his biggest problem last year was he was put on all measure of different players. He was put on guards, forwards, even centers at some point, post-up guys, wing guys. They put him on any kind of player. He couldn't get a rhythm defensively, and that's important as much as offense. But last year he had a negative defensive box plus minus. His defensive rating was 115, which is actually worse than his offensive rating. He really wasn't a positive. I think it became from, again, him not playing in a particular position because they have 15 wings over there in Toronto, and there's not really a spot for him that's like a role or a spot that's defined yet. So I don't know if we're talking about defensive player of the year for Scotty Barnes, but when he's locked in, he can be that guy who can really put a hamper on just about anybody. You can put him on that number one offensive player and feel good about it. But I don't think he's even the best defensive player on his team. I don't even think he's the second best.
Whoa,
They picked up a guy named GABPod, who, for my money, is the most underrated player in the league, and he's really good.
No, he's cool. I like Jakob. He cool. But second best, like if you said OG for first, cool.
Oh, OG, of course, number one.
I hear you because OG actually was on the DPOY candidacy list.
Yes.
So with Scotty, I was trying to figure out if he could take that jump and meet OG because you got two DPOYs at the wing position. You looking a little nice with Pascal and Gary Trent, no slouch. But I mean, I thought Scotty might have been the second best player defensively on that team. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look at Jakob a little bit more now to see if that changes my mind. Is anybody else different with this? Like, not saying he's gonna definitively win DPOY, but can he get some consideration for DPOY at least, like a strong consideration? Anybody feel like Scotty Barnes can? Sounds like a no. That's tough. Okay.
I think he can.
How much money would you put down if you had to that Scotty Barnes would make like top 5 DPOY? Top 5 DPOY. Yeah, you taking too long. It's not sounding that strong.
Nah.
It's not sounding that strong. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. We take $5 minimums. Right here.
I can do 10, but 5.
Oh, I thought you said you put 10 cent.
No, $10.
I mean, he said cent earlier. I had to clarify.
I said $10.
All right, so you got So Scotty, sound like you got a fan, but remember though, I did make that singular. It's not plural, but you got a fan and a possible right now. I guess we'll see how it shakes out. But look, ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick little break. We gotta pay some bills, use bathroom, all that good stuff. But when we come back, we'll talk about another division. So sit tight. Hope you all are enjoying it so far. Thank you very much. But fellas, I greatly do appreciate this, though. We definitely got to do this again. I apologize, too, for having to go as long as it did. I tried to keep it between an hour and a half being the longest. So I do apologize. But do you guys have anything you want to say before we close up shop? All right. Well, look, I greatly appreciate all of y'all for coming on, taking time out of y'all busy day. And, like Jabari, I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday. Chris, I'll see you whenever you get back. Nick probably on Saturday or Sunday or Monday for hoops. Tep, I possibly might crash on Friday. I don't know. I'll hit you up though. But but yeah, I'll talk to y'all boys later. I greatly appreciate this though, definitely. Y'all see them again sometime on the show too. What'd you say?
I said I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, not a problem. Right. But with that, we'll all take care. So hope you all have a good one. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a good one. Take care. That's a bet. All right.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. We get buckets around here, too.